And the last pick is going to be Camille. We'll see how they counter Camille. Maybe some sort of disengage. I'm thinking top side. They already have a lot of damage here. Maybe some sort of top lane pick. Something like Scion could be an option. Maybe something like Gragas. Potentially wanting to go into the split push as well, or something for dual potential, looks like with a Gwen. So Gwen's really giving them a scaling option with Aphelios as well. Jarvan the Fourth does really well early game, but as he gets into those two items, he kind of becomes a Cataclysm bot for some of these immobile targets. So seeing someone like Gwen, who's going to be able to scale into late game as well as avoiding some of this long range damage coming out of Jinx and Victor, is sort of what I'm expecting to see here. So it looks like the bot side here, that Thresh Aphelios is a very strong bot side lane here. It's something that we've seen quite a bit as a response to Jinx on a one pick as well. But Smoothie, you never know, seeing him on that Blitzcrank is going to give a lot of opportunity for pick potential. In these all-out 5v5s, Aphelios and Gwen will have lots of damage to dish out in the team fight, while the main carries of Victor and Jinx on the other side is really going to be a big turning point here. As we look into these mid-game team fights, we're really going to be looking to see which of these two ADCs gets their 3 items first. That's really going to dictate the pace of this game, as well as how well the red team there is going to be able to... Oh, looks like blue team, yep, because they got first pick. How well the blue team is going to be able to really scale with this Jinx. If they're able to peel and hold space, maybe try to get a pick on one of these priority targets, especially Aphelios early on. That's going to be really huge for the red team here, or for the blue team here. But if they're able to play more front to back, on the other side of the map there, it might be a little bit more challenging for them to make something happen. So I'll be interested to see. Really, this matchup is going to be decided around these ADCs, I think. I think for the mid lane matchup, Victor is going to do a great job outscaling Sylas in the mid lane, and that'll see if that's going to be the case. As we get into late game, Sylas does have some great ults. Camille on Sylas can be really devastating to really lock down one of these targets. Victor ult does a lot of damage on Sylas with that AP ratio as well. And I'll look forward to seeing that. Or you can just pick up the devastating charge on Hecarim. That's really why Sylas can really become this huge engage tool. And I'll like to see which ultimates in these team fights Sylas is really looking for, to isolate someone or just look as a all-in engage machine. I'm kind of expecting to see Camille and Hecarim be the primary ults that RJS is focusing on in these team fights. We'll see if that's the case. Got 90 seconds here in Spectator before we jump into the game here. Any last things we want to look at? I think level 1 could be really interesting. You know, we'll see in in-houses if they go for something with a Blitzcrank early on for some of these pick potential opportunities. You know, Jarvan isn't great until he gets his EQ at least. Level 1 is not doing too much from the red side here. And so I don't think they're going to have a lot of skirmishing potential. I honestly give the upper hand if they can get a pick to the blue side here. If Smoothie's able to get a great hook here, that's really going to be the game changer, I think, in these team fights. Especially level 1 if they can make that happen. Let's look if there's any parity in Summoner spells. It does look like both the top laners opt for that Teleport and Ignite, so no flashes on either side of top lane. That can definitely be a pressure point for both junglers to want to be focusing resources there without having either flash in the top lane. Let's go ahead and get rid of the time controls here. All right, already seeing pings going off on both sides here. Looks like red team is moving his 5 through top side. They decide they don't want to be standard stacking that bot side bush. And with Thresh leading the charge, they might try to pick off this Camille here as he goes for the 5 point. We'll see what time they might be moving to. Looks like a standard 5 point. Smoothie getting a couple of early wards. Nothing too exciting yet, level 1. Team's not moving his 5, but here comes the red team. We'll see how far they want to look. Okay, it does get spotted out. Lots of things going on here, and they'll just be backing right on off. Probably a defensive ward I'm expecting to come down. Red team really looking for vision here. They do get that ward off. Ooh, but is that a first strike gold onto Victor already? That is just a diffie in the miffy here. Look at that, 17 gold in his pocket after that 1E. Yep. Victor's already thrown it in all chat. Hey, the 5 gold is not doing quite enough. All right, it's going to be kind of a standard start here. There is vision there on this blue buff, so the blue team will have information. Jinx was able to get that ward down. See, and this is a really interesting look at the junglers as well. Both junglers were able to get that sweeper on the first back, but we don't see Keel actually clearing this out. So he does not know that he got spotted here. However, because Hecarim had the vision, he is able to clear this safely. And we'll see what Keel's saving that sweeper for. Maybe if he's going to try to sneak in topside, but Dimitry doing a good job at pulling both of these camps away. Great double camp level 1. Oh, good hook from Smoothie. Has to get the aftershock there and will be safe just to walk out. JayJ just able to walk away there. Both junglers seem to be opting for a full clear bot to top. It is a mirrored start with both of them starting on blue, which means the pressure will be on the outside of the lane. They'll be pathing away from each other. The ping is spotted out, but now J4 is looping around for maybe an early gank mid. We'll see if he can make this happen. The wave's pushed up. This is the third wave now with that cannon. RJS going in. He's going to miss that, though. We'll see if Plan Ahead is able to escape this. It does have to flash out of there, and now Hecarim is here to cover. And without any kill, I don't think this is going to be good for the red team now. RJS might be trying to make something happen, but he's still level 2, doesn't even have all the abilities yet. Keel has to EQ out, and it is enough damage. Oh, first blood to Victor. Great turnaround on him now, and that is just going to be detrimental, not only to the lane mid, as he's able to pick that up and get a free reset off, but also now to J4. He got down 1 camp just on that early gank, while Hecarim was able to pick up the Raptors. And now Hecarim's going to be having huge tempo here on this play. He can get a full clear off. Meanwhile, J4 just has to try to recover some of these camps now. But Hecarim, you're going to see him take these next 2 camps, then get off map for his topside reset right around 4:15 or so. And we'll see if they can keep punishing RJS. He wants to get this wave in so we can get a reset here, but it's going to be a little bit too late. And now Smoothie gets the flash ignite knockup, and he does not get that wave in on time. And this is really bad now for RJS in the mid lane. We'll see if Plan Ahead wants to just hold this wave. He is going to let it crash all the way in, which means that RJS should be able to just walk back to lane here. I don't think he's going to have to teleport back here. Because Victor's not going to be able to get in the next wave, he can just walk safely. But that was a great roam timer out of Blitzcrank to make that happen mid. And we see in that time, there is Hecarim going back now on his first back. He will have 1100. I'm expecting to see Sheen and Boots picked up from him as well as a pink ward. He opts to go tier instead. All right, but now Keel's topside. Without the flash, Keel did not want to commit the flash to their topside, even though they know Bejj didn't have. So, oh, Bejjaniii? Okay. Meanwhile, Smoothie looked for another play mid. It does not look like Array and JayJ were able to make anything happen bot. All right, Benji is going in. He might have enough damage here. Concept is going to try to run, but it is not enough, and a solo kill in the top lane. Great play by Bejjaniii. Just picking up a solo kill there, and I'm expecting to have to see Concept maybe have to teleport for this wave here. Otherwise, he's going to lose the whole next wave, and he does immediately channel before the wave crashes. Oh, another great hook there onto Array. The exhaust goes down, and J4 is going to be here for a 3v2 if they can play it out long enough. We'll see another great hook comes down, and Smoothie is now too far caught out, and a counter gank is huge for the red team there in the bot lane and keeps Array safe, and a kill does go over to Aphelios there, and that's a great amount of gold for him. And now RJS is trying to get some damage down to him, but without that whole spell rotation being down now, he's super susceptible to gank. Still has his flash up and might need to burn it here. Is able to walk away just fine while he waits for those spells to come back up. And now Keel's going to be around in the area, but they don't have any kill potential here. RJS now might just have to reset and burn his teleport to get back to the mid lane. And I'm expecting to see some tempo now coming onto the dragon timer now. He does burn his tele. Oh, the flashy Q comes in on always playing ahead. I don't know if it's enough damage. RJS is going to have to die the tower. Playing ahead does a great job dodging all of that, but Smoothie misses the hook. But now we see Dimitry behind, picks up 1 kill on Keel. And we'll see if they can make this happen. Looks like we see JayJ also rotating into the mid lane and just going to help support that wave now. It's a massive wave for RJS that he does not want to lose. But with the teleport now matched from Victor, RJS is going to have to respect this and play under tower safely now. I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but I noticed on the first back from Hecarim, instead of opting to go for the Sheen boots, he got tier Ruby Crystal boots without his 1100 there. So this is a build I haven't seen a whole lot of from Hecarim's. I'm wondering if he's going to choose to go Fimblewinter or just for the more damage Manamune is kind of what I'm expecting here. Manamune is the first item, giving him that extra mana for the lane. We'll see if RJS is able to make anything happen here. Misses the chains. The EQ is going to be flashed from Asyc. And the Super Mega Death Rocket out of Silas will not be enough to make anything happen. Okay, like I mentioned, there was a little bit of tension around the dragon there, but neither team able to commit or have enough members come down. With both the top laners not having their teleports, it would have been a 4v4 if they try to commit resources there. And we're not seeing any of that pressure around topside. After the one gank top from Keel, there hasn't been too much action there around that play. We do now see Dimitry sitting up in that bush. And we'll see what's happening with this wave. Bejjaniii is just slowly pushing this in. This next wave will crash. But Dimitry is still sitting around that play. Keel might have sniffed this out and is on top now. Are they going to look for a dive on this play? They have vision of Keel. They got to ping that off now. We even see RJS starting to cheat topside as well. I don't think they have a dive here. It looks like a lot of committed time from Dimitry, so they might try to force something. But now they have a 3v1. It's going to be a 3v2. Oh, Concept might have got a little bit too far forward with his team not being close enough. Keel is there for the EQ, and RJS is there as well. The ult does come in. It's a traded 1-for-1, and now Bejjaniii has to run for the hills. The Death Rocket from bot lane does not pick up anything, and Keel with one more EQ might get this picked up, but is going to be jumping away with Camille. And ultimately traded 1-for-1, and I think Concept might have overstepped, waiting for his team, not knowing that there was Dimitry in the bush. Meanwhile, it's going to be a 2v2 bot side. Array is going to get a big ultimate. Looks like he got blocked by Smoothie. The heal goes down to Asyc and lots of damage going down. But now Array has red and white. The red just expires. Now he has his Gravitum. One more auto will do it. He does pick up that kill as well. It is a 2-for-0 in the bot lane in the favor of Array and JayJ there, bot. RJS might be trying to fight this out 1v1. Both of those ults come down, but so much more damage from RJS in that quick combo. But it's not enough to pick up a kill. But it is enough to secure his team the Rift Herald here. And now they have to know that Victor doesn't have his teleport. So RJS is going to try to shove this wave mid right now. He's going to try to get this all the way in before he gets his own reset off here. So he is going to be able to crash that. He knows the TP can't be matched, so he's safe to just shove and reset. You know, and I am seeing now Hecarim after that next reset. He did pick up his Balmy Cinder. So maybe going for a more defensive build here. He did pick up the cooldown boots. Those are still really high priority for champions like Hecarim to be getting the shorter cooldown on his Q and E. And we'll see if that'll be enough here. All right, last chapter now completed from RJS. It's matched, but an additional Oblivion Orb also picked up for Always Plan Ahead. And we'll see how this healing cut might be affecting these team fights here in the next fight. There's a lot of healing, especially from Aphelios when he has his red gun, as well as RJS on just that W. It's huge healing that he has. So that, on top of the completed shield bow, this early Oblivion Orb might make a big difference. And it is at the expense of tier 2 boots. So we do need to see if that's going to have an impact. Not having the cooldown or the additional penetration that typically Victor picks up will be interesting to see in these fights if he's able to cut enough healing. I'll be paying attention to that number here after the next fight. Looks like Bejjaniii does have his teleport up now, with Concepts coming up in just about 20 seconds or so, it looks like. Oh, but meanwhile, in the bot lane, they're moving down. They picked up 1. They got 2 now. Untraded kills. And now they're going to be forcing Asyc off of this entire wave. Oh, Keel's going to be looking for it. The hook does not connect. Neither does the flag and drag. Asyc's trying to fight his way out, but I don't think there's going to be anything here. They're trying to gift that over to Array. He does pick up that kill and a massive wave dying as well, but now RJS in a 1v1 mid, does have the devastating charge there and picks up the extra kill. That E-auto is enough from RJS to get the 1v1 in the mid lane as well, and a great play by him. Picking up that onslaught of shadows from Hecarim really made all of the difference there in that mid lane play. That was the extra damage that he needed to force that play there. We do see Crown of the Shattered Queen now complete on Victor. Seems to be a staple in preseason. And already 500 healing reduced from that Oblivion Orb. That's a very valuable pickup this early into the game. But it was not enough to outfight RJS there in the mid lane. All right, it does look like Keel down here in the bot side is picking up a Scuttle Crab, maybe trying to establish vision. Both these teams not really wanting to play for those early dragons. I was expecting to see a little bit more contest around that space. He does see Smoothie, but JayJ is not looking for the hook now. He had that information, but did not pull the trigger. RJS just shoving out the wave, and maybe a rotation down to the dragon now. But with Keel getting off the map, I don't think there's going to be any play bot side. We now see 3 members moving up to top. Smoothie still hovering up in this space. Now that the bot side tower has gone down, we're seeing the ADCs moving to the top side. There's still a whole minute left on these plates, and both carries do want to try to get a little bit more gold, but right now we already have 1,000 gold shutdown on Aphelios, and Array has just taken over this game. We said the ADCs were going to be a big factor in who's going to win these mid-game fights, and right now Array has just taken over in that department now. At this point, he is up over 3,000 gold on Asyc. And we see that reflected in the items. Almost 2 items now completed for the side of Array. Keel now trying to force this advantage. They know topside is way stronger. Both teleports now being channeled on the top side. This is going to be a big fight, but Array might be caught out. He doesn't have his team with him right now. Both of them are there. A huge shutdown of Jinx. 1,000 gold traded back. Giant hook into tower is massive for Smoothie. JayJ drops as well, and now that topside play goes huge in the blue team's favor, pulling back that gold and getting a 900,000 gold shutdown onto Jinx, and that is a huge swing of the tides here. Look at Jinx's items just shoot up right now. Finishes his Gale Force. Keel wants to trade one back. It does pick up one. Now Bejjaniii is stuck in the pit there. Keel might have bit off a little bit more than he can chew there. Concept's there, but without an ultimate, there's not going to be able to be a follow-up. RJS now under 100 health, but still chasing out Dimitry. If he lands that, he's going to have that kill. But the E from Hecarim picks it up. He did not get the auto or the W. And RJS might have gone a little bit too aggressive there trying to pick up that kill. But now JayJ back in the mid lane, misses his flay, misses his Q. There'll be nothing there. Yeah, Dimitry is a little bit confused about what happened in the chat there as well, it looks like. That was a huge influx of gold for Asyc. He completed his mythic. He got his tier 2 boots. Meanwhile, after that back, Array was able to pick up nothing else except for maybe a pink ward or 2. Maybe a little bit of extra gold, but he's not able to get as accelerated as he wanted. It was a great target selection. Seeing that Camille really show why that single target lockdown potential is so big. It doesn't matter if you're 6-0 if you can't move. Now that plates have fallen, we see the carries starting to rotate to the mid lane. We'll see one with TP, both a little bit topside in action. But it looks like both of the solo lanes from both teams don't have their teleport right now. So they might be opting to a 1-3-1. Or with the second Rift Herald now alive, we're seeing all these members starting to gather around the top side. Victor is still split pushing the bot side. And knowing that he doesn't have teleport, there's no way for him to join here. And they might have a numbers advantage. We do notice RJS pulls back to that onslaught of shadows. Picks up the Hecarim once again. Might just be a deterrent, or he might be looking for a big play. All right, and RJS is back in the bot lane, just picking up this next wave. With that onslaught, last time we saw him be able to duel, always plan ahead, but now with that Crown of the Shattered Queen, well, I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. Let's see what this pause is about here. Let's take a look at the game state right now. Currently is a 300 gold lead for the red team. That has got clawed back since that huge shutdown onto Array in the top lane. Asyc sitting on 1 item completed. All the mythics are coming in. We do see Chemtech being the choice for Dimitry in the jungle here on that Hecarim. With the Caulfields in his inventory, I am expecting to see a Manamune as a second item choice. It could be something like an Essence Reaver or something like that, but I am expecting to see potentially a Manamune second, maybe something like a Sterix Gauge third to round out his build as kind of a core 3 items, and we'll see if that is going to be the case or not. Meanwhile, we see that Keel completes his Gore Drinker. I'm expecting to see a Sterix Gauge second for him as his main 2 core items. Array is just trying to finish up the amount of gold that he needs on his next reset. He will have his Lord Noms completed, and that'll be a big second item choice for him. And Array still sitting there pretty close on this next reset. Let's see what just happened there. I think that might be just a visual bug. Okay, looks like we're back there. Sure, we weren't hanging out too long. Looking for some reset timers. 3 minutes until Dragon, 3 minutes till Baron as well. This gold lead within 600, so it's really tight. They are going to be looking for a dive. Concept going to have to fight his way out of here. He doesn't have the flash, but looks like the pickup from Benji. But does he have enough damage? He does not. Dimitry with that full tank build does not have enough damage there. JayJ was looking for maybe something else, but Concept is happy just to pick up the farm under tower and trade 1 for 0. A botch dive topside from Bejjaniii and Dimitry top. And I think Bejjaniii thought that maybe Hecarim brought a little bit more damage, but with the build that he had and not having a second item completed yet, seemed to really be hurting him in that dive there. Ultimately gave Concept a free kill, which is not what you want when the game was this close. Already up to 1,000 gold difference with 2 minutes and 20 seconds until the next dragon. Array looking like he might want to try to crack mid lane. The Herald is dropped. We'll see if the blue team's able to get this before it drops. I don't think they'll have enough damage for it. It is not enough, but it does stop the tower from going down. Bejjaniii does have to disengage off of the topside tower. So there's not any other play there. Ooh, Hook's going to miss from JayJ. Oh, Asyc does have to Gale Force out, but now Concept in 1v1 with Dimitry. They saw this one last time, and Concept, I think, is going to have this. Meanwhile, RJS trying to fight his way out of bot side, and both the side lanes, both are happening here, but Dimitry loses in the top side, and RJS wins bot as well. The red team cleaning up both of these side lane 1-for-1s, and it is just going from bad to worse now. After that shutdown and pulling that gold lead back, looks like blue team is just botched a couple of these side lane plays. RJS now maybe trying to go back in, but the zap picks up RJS there. You know, hey, we saw that failed dive go from Dimitry, and he thought maybe he could get Concept again without his ultimate ability, but it was not enough damage. And again, we need to see that second item being completed from Dimitry before these fights happen. He doesn't have Manamune. That's a huge upgrade when he gets in that Mura mana, and we're not seeing that item come in, and he keeps trying to force these fights in a side lane where what he needs to be doing is just scaling out for that second, third item where he can really come in and really fight these large team fights. Second Dragon's coming up in 50 seconds. I'm expecting to see the red team really playing for this. Both Concept teleporting to the top side, it might mean that he's trying to force this. But now the TP's coming up from Victor. Concept's going to be a 2v1. We've seen this before. He's going to have enough damage. RJS is able to match, but he is stunned. Smoothie flashed in, ignited as well. RJS is now in a 1v3. His team is coming up as well. Array is now there with 2 items and his BF sword. Almost 3. Array is there to be the savior, but the Onslaught of Shadows does pick up RJS, but Array is still healthy in the backline. Is he able to kite this out? JayJ getting low as well. Keel is there looking to chase further. Array still full health. Bejjaniii 1 auto. Keel maybe able to pick him up, but Array is going to be chasing out the Blitzcrank here. Going to maybe get the kill over. I'm surprised how long Bejjaniii is living. Keel, that looked a little spooky for a second. Some question marks going down. But with 1 auto attack left, Bejjaniii really fought his way out of there. Ultimately, it was a 3-for-3 in that exchange. The dragon is still alive, and I'm expecting the blue team is going to be able to pick this one up. Lots of pings going down to the Baron. I'm surprised we're not seeing Jinx starting up this dragon yet, though. Jinx opted to deny the bot side camps, but now, with this vision, they do know now that the red team has started up the Baron. It's at 6k. Blitz is the only one there. Hecarim is just leaving base. Jinx is on her way up, but it's already at 3k, 2,000 health. There's the Super Mega Death Rocket. The smite is there. Keel picks up the kill. Are they able to get out of here now? Concept does not want to be there. Smoothie, they do pick up one more kill, jumps over the wall, but now Asyc, a couple more Qs will do it. There's another kill for Bejjaniii. Now they have to fight their way out. Array is low, not enough damage. Both players low on the blue side. They do pick up one. RJS now. Dimitry now behind. We'll see if it's enough damage. The Onslaught of Shadows goes in and is mashed. RJS does go down, does not pick it up an extra kill. Only 2 with Baron, and they did trade 3 for 2 for the blue side, but they lost the Baron. We'll see if they can get the dragon as the consolation prize on the second Infernal Drake. Does look like it'll be an uncontested second dragon, and it looked like the red team just wasn't sure what to make happen in that fight after the Baron. Some try to stay and fight. Looks like RJS got back with full health and might have wanted to look for something a little bit more extended. Ultimately ended up going down. It might have been a little bit too forced there. It did end up with 2 Barons still up on, I believe, both of the bot lane members. Both JayJ and Array have the Baron. The other 3 members did go down in that extended fight. We'll see how they can convert this. I want to see them start to break inner towers, really starting to threaten the base. The Hex Gates, we do see with that second dragon going down, we do see the map changing now with Hex Gates. That might allow opportunities for the blue team to find flank angles, really pick off Array. That's going to be the person you need to focus in these fights. He's already back to a 950 gold shutdown if they can kill him once again. He is going to be the target. He's sitting on 3 items with an Infinity Edge completed now. Oh, Concept, again, a little bit far forward. We'll see if Gwyn is going to be immune to this. All right, might have enough to jump out there. Oh, but does get knocked up from Smoothie on the way out. Jumps over the wall. Onslaught of Shadows. They're going to chase. They do take down Concept. Array is going to be too far, or is untouched there, actually. RJS does go down the front line as well. Array is able to fight front to back, but now Asyc is still full health as well. Both of these carries, those are the ones we wanted to be focusing on, but Array untouched. JayJ very low. Both the carries were able to stay alive. It's a 2 for 2, trading jungle and top for the blue team for top and mid on the red team. And I think as the blue team, you take... Oh! JayJ walked back into that massive hook from Smoothie, getting an extra kill and one of those Barons. Now Array, the only one with that purple worm buff still on him. And we'll see if he's able to make anything happen. But I think they're just going to let that expire and try to reset and regroup once everyone is back alive. An extra kill picking up, making that a positive trade for the blue team. And I was going to say a 2 for 2 we're going to take. A 3 for 2 we absolutely take. All right, we have 2 minutes and 40 seconds till the next dragon. It looks like Jinx is just looking to finish up her 3rd item now. Looking like also going to be Lord Dom's, which does mean we're going to see an Infinity Edge 4th. She did opt for the Hurricane, which is a core item on Jinx here. It does mean that 4 items is really going to be that spike. But hey, I said the time to look at is going to be those 3 item spikes on both of those ADCs. And we're seeing Aphelios is already there. We see how that's happening on the map right now. All 5 members on the red team pressuring this bot side. Maybe looking for a force. They might be able to force Asyc off of this wave, pick up the tower, use that advantage before Jinx matches 3 items to break the base. Even without Baron, they're able to group up. Play is 5, use Array as that primary carry to take space. Oh, and Keel going in, forces the flash out of Asyc, and we do see that JayJ gets hooked in. Asyc still healthy after flashing out, but a massive hook from Smoothie is able to get a pick on a JayJ. Meanwhile, Camille's still splitting topside, and now someone has to answer that. Concept does have his teleport, but is just going to let the inner tower fall, and now we'll see what's going to happen with the red team. Do they want to stay bot for this dragon in 90 seconds? Do they rotate up to mid lane? The teleport from RJS looks like the person to be responding to this tower. It does stay alive, but that was the opportunity that they might have had from the red team to force bot still. It does mean Camille's going to be happy to walk away. They take the teleport advantage, and now both members on the blue team have their teleports for this next dragon fight. We'll see if they want to play a 1-1-3, a 1-3-1, or if they want to group up. They need to use... Oh, it looks like they might be collapsing on Concept. Concept way overextended. No one up in that part of the woods, and within 55 seconds and a 47-second death timer... That's going to give the blue team free setup on this dragon, and I don't know what Concept was doing there. The whole team looks like Concept was just walking through the jungle trying to find something there. You know, maybe was trying to find a little bit of extra gold or some denial, but they did not have tempo there. It did look like Concept was not on the same page. Silas was just trying to get pressure away from Camille on top, and it resulted in Concept getting caught out for free. RJS does pick up the blue buff. Now 15 seconds to the dragon spawn, 30 on Baron. I don't think either team is going to be prioritizing dragon. 10 seconds till that spawn with a Hex Tech Soul. Unless it's a freebie, they're not going to be trading it for the Baron. It looks like some pings from the red team going down the dragon, and blue team has responded immediately setting up Baron. They have a very small window. Red team needs to rush down this Baron or dragon and immediately move to the Baron here. Gwyn is safely catching the top lane. Silas and bot, but Silas doesn't have teleport. You need to have Gwyn down here, because right now there's a 5v4 numbers advantage, and we'll see if blue team can force right now. RJS is going to be crashing that wave and is now moving, but now he's going to be really late up to the party. The Baron is already started, and it's a 4v5. They're holding so much space. They are not letting red team into the pit here. Baron already 7k health. RJS is not there yet. It's going to be there soon, 4k. There's no vision. Is hooked in. We'll see if there's a play here. Oh, the Baron is taken and secured by the blue team, but can they fight their way out? Array is untouched. She picks up 2. This is 3 dead already. Bejjaniii was 4-4-4-1 on the back end of that play. And even though they got the Baron, they lost nearly their entire team. And now we'll see how they're able to convert this advantage. They don't have the Baron, but with 4 dead, they're able to get those pressure in the side lanes, crash those different waves. Concept is back to denying the enemy jungle. And ultimately, the gold lead, still within 2,000. Picking up the extra 1,500 gold for the blue team was massive. Oh, Concept's going to run into Dimitry here. Always Plan Ahead is there, but so is RJS. It's going to be a 2v2. Onslaught of Shadows is going to go on to Always Plan Ahead, and now RJS needs to wait for his next rotation of spells. He might have it, but now it goes into Zonias. Does RJS able to land the E? He does not. RJS gets taken down, and Concept had to run for the hills as well, even though he does take down Dimitry. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. And ultimately not the end of the world here. Oh, Keel, flash ults. They know Asyc doesn't have his flash from earlier, and that is just a sitting duck ready to be picked up from Array. And now with their carry down, that makes this a lot more challenging. Did Asyc just get his flash up? Looks like he has it right now. Maybe he thought he was already dead. But now they're able to rotate all the way down bottom, and now Bejjaniii is in a 1v3. Smoothie, can he get a hook onto Keel? He does. Does not pull him out there. Keel's getting very low. Oh, jumps out and back in, but does go down. And now Array is on the side, and Array is massive in these fights. Flashes forward, Always Plan Ahead. Does go into Zonias, but so does Array. Pops his own stopwatch. Flash away from Always Plan Ahead. Oh, a shutdown onto Always Plan Ahead. But now they still have 3 there. There are 4 now from the red team. Concept takes down an extra one. Now 4 are dead. Asyc is alive in 10 seconds, but the base is going to be cracked here from the red team, and they might be taking this inhibitor as well before they reset. Even without Array, Concept has scaled into this game now. We see him having massive damage here. He's just shredding all of these players now from the blue team, and that is that late game insurance we were talking about. RJS now looking with the victor roll. Does go back in. The stopwatch is popped, and RJS stays alive. The one auto will not do it from the tower. RJS living with under 50 health. Oh my goodness. He takes the Hex Gate out of town. Is going to get a reset off that. Holy moly, well played from them. And now they have cracked the inhibitor bot side. Dragon in minute 20. It'll be their third. And it looks like they might be able to close out this game. That gold lead has jumped to a 5,000 gold lead here. So what do we need to see from the blue team to be able to make this come back? Really, the biggest thing I'm looking for is if Jinx can get her IE. Without Infinity Edge, she does not have that 80% crit. She does not have enough to get these resets and to take over these fights, fighting front to back. With both of her summoner spells, we need to make sure that she cannot get popped and hold enough space in these backlines. Array used his flash in this last fight, trying to go too aggressive. So if Array is caught out of position, again, it's going back to both of these carries. I think whichever carry can stay alive in these team fights will win the game. But now, that was a great hook from Smoothie. 900 gold shut down onto Victor. And now in the bot lane, RJS just shredding Bejjaniii. Oh my goodness, was able to pick up that 1v1 as well. 900 gold into Victor's pocket, that gives him 13. He'll almost be able to finish off this Void Staff. That'll get him close to max build. That will finish off his build, actually. So now we'll see if that Void Staff is enough to change these fights as well. He does have Void Staff. He's now 5 items. RJS is getting close to finishing his as well. Just about 300 gold for finishing it for himself. Oh, the flash forward from RJ picks up the ultimate from Victor. Flash forward from JayJ. Can they get always plan ahead? They do not. Dimitry now might be too far forward. Does have his onslaught of shadow, or does not, but is not going to be able to get anything. Keel is going to keep going in, and now gets always plan ahead. Is stuck in there with him. RGS might be trying to jump in, but does have the zonies in time. Asyc is now alive. Does not have his IE, but it might be enough damage. He's sitting in base. I don't think they do. Array is massive, down to half. The Gale Force forward is not enough. Keel now has to run. Asyc still full. Gets 1, gets excited, gets 2. The GA does go down, and now Asyc, can he fight this out? Concept now is all the way far forward. Asyc is able to stay in full health. Oh, but now on the backline, Array goes down as well. 1,000 gold over to Asyc. Does he have enough damage? Concept picks up 1. It's the last 1v1. I think Concept wins this. Bejjaniii has to run for the hills, and it is a 4 for 4. There is no minions here, and I don't think Concept can end here, but that is that huge late game insurance coming in from Concept, being able to keep that fight alive. Asyc looked like he was able to make it happen, shredded down Array, but it was not enough to take the team fight himself, and Concept now is really scaling to this late game potential. Oh, now Concept in 1v3 picks up 1. Does go down, though, and this third dragon now is on the board. Keel is on the top side. Looks like RJS is going to be giving this over to the blue team. Second dragon is not going to be too impactful. 6 ability hastens, 6% attack speed is not going to be game-changing in these team fights. All right, but now it does mean that red team has started the Baron. It is going to be spotted out. Asyc now has his Infinity Edge for his next fight, but the Baron's already gone. And now not only do you have to fight against these huge 5-item Aphelios, you also now need to fight a Baron buff as well. And we see now that Gwen spawning has 3 items completed as well. The Magi has 0 stacks, so that's not too impactful, but does have a stopwatch, and I think they can barrel through the space. Only 1 Nexus Tower still alive. We need to see Asyc be the hero in these fights. Array's flash is coming up. Asyc does not have it. In the mid lane, we see that Always Plan Ahead has his. RJS does not. That's going to be a big difference maker in these fights as well. If Aphelios is able to use the flash defensively, and Asyc is able to get caught out, we'll see what happens. Now there's a huge flank in mid. It looks like both of the melee solo laners are just going to be pushing in the mid lane, crashing with the Baron buff. And now RJS is going to have to run out of here. Going to have to use the Onslaught of Shadows to disengage, but does get popped 100-0. Keel might be going on too far. Asyc picks up a second kill. It is now 2 for 0 for the side of the blue team. Can they make something happen? Dimitry wants to go into concept, but does not engage. Bejjaniii is getting shredded down from concept. They might have been on the different page there. Array still full health at hitting those shock rooms. Oh, one more auto will do it. Oh, but Array does take down Asyc, and that was the carries fight that we were talking about. If Asyc is able to stay alive, Concept now pushing in the mid lane, that means that Array is able to keep pushing in top, and now he cracks the tower. This is the second inhib. Bot inhib is also exposed. Plan ahead wants to get it, but Concept is too strong. Oh, the flash forward. That is an ace for the red team and the base. GG to the red team after that game. What an insane finish from there. 23-6 on 100 Thieves Array. That was a massive performance. The late game scaling from Concept as well really made that late game possible for them as well. That was just massive to see.